Hello everyone, it is Zigzag here, welcome back to another Geoguessr video. So today we are playing an Unexplored World, which is a fantastic map that includes all the countries on Geoguessr that are not normally included. So for example, we could get countries like Tanzania, or Paraguay, or Belarus, or anything like that, just looking it up on my world map here. But we're going to play it playing along as well, so see if you can beat me. I have no doubt that probably many of you will, because I'm not actually the best at this map. Yeah, let's get straight into things here, putting this link right here in the description. So let's get it. Okay, also this one's not edited because I don't really have time today, so you guys getting the bare product. Okay, so this first round, feeling very North African, I would say. This architecture reminds me of like Algeria or Morocco, but let's take a look around. Yeah, it kind of looks like a Tunisian, right? It could also be, like it's reminding me of Tunisia, but it could also, okay, here's an African fellow, so that would fit our theory. It could also be Middle East, and that there's also plenty of African expats in the Middle East as well. But the black number plates definitely remind me of North Africa. Now, the longer I look at it, even though we have all these white buildings, this guy looks quite West African. So either he's come over to live in the north, or potentially we are actually down further. And this building in the background feels further south. It's just these white buildings that definitely remind me of further north. However, I'm actually going to switch down here because I do kind of get the feeling that this building down the end of the road feels quite West African. And yeah, also we see some like tropical kind of climate trees as well. So now I'm thinking of like, I don't know, where would we have like an interesting new development like this? Like Bamako or, something like that could certainly work for me, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that. It could easily still be up here, but the guy looks more West African, so I'm going to go for Malay here. And, okay, was in Luanda, so that kind of makes sense. I think the architecture maybe, I don't know, it was new development, so it was really hard to get that, but yeah, not the best. And, okay, they have black number plates in Angola, we can remember that for next time. This one looks much more Middle East this time, I would say. We have a black and yellow curb, which is quite typical of that part of the world, I would say, as well. So yeah, definitely Middle East. We have some elevation here. That's definitely quite useful. So not going to be some of those flat Middle Eastern, like Saudi countries, I would say. Although some of them do have hills, like UAE. Oh, we probably have a domain name there, unless it's just, no, it's probably just Arabic, actually. So we're definitely driving right-hand side of the road. That's pretty much taken for granted when you see Arabic. What else is there to say here? It's fairly wealthy. It's fairly wealthy. So possible places. I was thinking Syria is possible here. Like could be Damascus or something like that. Also possible Iraq. I don't really think I'm feeling Afghanistan or any of these Stan countries out here. So really feeling Syria, Iraq, possibly Iran, possibly Lebanon. But yeah, I think Syria would make sense with this kind of drier climate as well. So I think that's what I'll go for here. And Damascus always seems like a good option. Homs could also work. I'm not really sure. It might be a bit more green up there. I think Damascus is actually a good shout. So let's click on a big roundabout in the middle of the city here. Let's go for this one here. And, okay, so not terrible. We were in Saudi Arabia, so I discounted the mountains near Mecca. And so here we were in Mecca, in the holy city itself. So quite an interesting one there. Not terrible on the score, but certainly not good either, that's for sure. Didn't even consider those mountains. Forgot they existed, as you can tell by my commentary. So this one is interesting. We have like an Armenian flag, I think here. Yellow, blue, red. I think that's what's going on. Yeah, looks to be. So that definitely means we're going to get some points here. So let's see where we see the mountains. I think the compass is normally correct on this map. So we have mountains to our north here. We also have like a big mountain to our east. And over to our west. Not too much to our south either. So let's pick someone with northeast mountains here in Armenia. So the capital city would fit that description actually. So I think I will click in the capital city, which is Yerevan here. I don't think I knew that, to be honest. I'm assuming it is the capital. Looks to be. And so yeah, just somewhere over here would certainly make sense. And then do we see this big mountain? Maybe that one there could make sense. Yeah, I definitely maybe a little further south here actually. So I think we could be. It's interesting because we should see quite a lot of hills. Like this is kind of like surrounded by hills almost, except to the south. But it definitely fits what we're looking for to some extent at least. So yeah, we could be there. Actually, Armenia has exclaves as well. No, that's Azerbaijan that has the exclave here. Or I guess Armenia does have some. But yeah, I think I'll go for the capital here. Let's find out if we're correct. 20 kilometers away. So it was this one. So we were looking at. I wonder which mountain, actually. Regardless, we get a good score there. 4.8k is definitely satisfying to get, although the flag definitely helped us. Here's the next one. Feels rather Actually not quite sure here. Let's take a look at this language. So we had some kind of squiggly language here, but I think we're actually in Belarus or Russia or something like that. Maybe not Russia because of, well, hold on, I'm actually quite confused here. What language is this? Okay, I think we're in Caucasus again, actually. I think that's what this squiggly language is about, because it gave me massive Russian vibes, but at the same time, obviously, this squiggly language would not fit for there. And we have blue strips on the plate, so I'm certainly thinking probably Georgia, maybe Azerbaijan here, maybe even Armenia again, always possible. So as for Azerbaijan, I think they use the Latin script, so going to be Georgia or Armenia here. That's almost certain, I think. So can I match up the language? I think this language looks more Armenian, actually. So I'm thinking the capital city again here, because this is so built up. And to be honest, I think that fits. I think we're going to be in the same city, Yerevan, twice in a row, and I would say we're quite downtown this time. So can we actually get anything in terms of a 5K here? We're near a parking place, but that's probably nothing special. As for the like road angle, yeah, I mean the road angle fits. So I do suggest we're going to be somewhere here, and I'm just looking for a parking place in the last 10 seconds here. Feels like we should be somewhere around here. So I don't see any. Okay, here's a parking place, but that doesn't fit, unfortunately. I'll probably just leave it there. We'll see. And so we were in Georgia. Okay, so that really struck me more to look more like the Armenian language, but it must have just been a different font. We're in Batumi there, which is probably without the language. If I hadn't have confused myself with the language, I probably would have gone Georgia there. So, but who knows? I may have gone Tbilisi. Anyway, it's not a bad score. At least we got that it was Caucasus. That's pretty good. And on this one, we do have a little bit of Arabic again, or at least something like it. And we're driving right hand side of the road, obviously. As I said, that's pretty typical for that part of the world. This poll may be feeling a little bit... Maybe Farsi. I mean, this poll may be feeling a little bit Iranian, I think. Or that part of the world, potentially. But yeah, I can't really tell these languages apart from one another. A lot of them you have blue strips, though. We don't. So maybe it's like Afghanistan or something like that. Or, yeah. I think Afghanistan is actually not a bad shout here. It's just trying to get anything here. Looks like a basketball court there. Okay. Fairly metropolitan, fairly dry. Last time we saw this black and yellow curve, it was in Saudi Arabia, but this one's not Saudi Arabia. I'm quite sure of it. So yeah, these polls definitely remind me of Iran. So I'm thinking of going like near there in Afghanistan, maybe. I feel like that's kind of decently safe. We're not too mountainous either, so that part of Afghanistan would be a decent hedge. Though we do have hills here, at least to our south. So, do we have hills in our south here? Not really. So I'll pick a different town in my last seconds here at least. Let's go in. Let's go in this city here and hope for the best. And so we were in Lebanon there. I was not expecting Lebanon. We were in Tripoli. I guess it was a tough round, all things considered. Not too many things in the way of clues, but I did think those polls look quite... Well, they look like the Iranian style, which you also get in Turkey. So we were quite close to Turkey, and so I could have probably used that. But only 10,000 points there. All our points came from the Caucasus, although we were never too far away either. And so let's do one more seed here. I really like this map. It's just a good lot of fun, isn't it? So let's head back in and see if we can be a little more successful here. I always like to get some good scores, and 10k is not really my vibe. Come on, let's get better here. Okay, interesting church here. Yeah, it's a church. Maybe a Catholic church because we've got Mary out the front. Could be Orthodox as well, as I look around here. Just trying to see if we're going to be speaking in Cyrillic or in Latin script here. So on this sign, it's completely unclear. This is, if you can't tell from the video, this is extremely poor quality. So we're left with kind of architecture guessing here. This feels quite Western European. So now I'm just trying to think which Western European countries would be included in this map. So could it be Bosnia? Could be with architecture like this. I don't mind Bosnia. It's not impossible. Moldova is obviously another country where we don't have coverage. I think I'm leaning Bosnia over. I've clicked on Serbia. I think I'm leaning Bosnia over Moldova or Belarus here, but either are well possible. I guess the fact that it's quite flat. I mean, but Bosnia is definitely a decently hilly country, so maybe that is cause for concern here. Maybe it's just Belarus. I mean, the houses certainly don't strike me as making that impossible. And so we have a flag here. Seems like it might be the Belarusian flag, does it? I can't remember. it's kind of like so low quality. But I feel like it may actually be. Also, the colors are very like off here because of this green red on the tree. So I'm gonna make a last minute switch here. I'm gonna go on Brest just so we get some decent points if it is over in Bosnia. So let's find out. Oh man, it was. So we were in just a fairly flat region of the country there, only minor. No, there are hills all around here. So I feel a little unlucky that we didn't see any of those, to be honest. But at least I hedged in Brest. Okay, so yeah, not a terrific start to this seed either. Should have really gotten that. Felt a bit Western European. I mean, more so than Belarus. Anywho, here we have. Do we have blue strips on these plates? Again, quite poor quality, all things considered. This time we have Felicia. This one feels quite Belarusian, maybe. Can't tell if that's actually Cyrillic or not. Let's take a further look around here. We can see numbers, but all the letters are quite obscured. I would say it's Cyrillic. I think so. It's all just so hard to see. That's the problem with this. McDonald's. They have McDonald's. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, not too much going on. This is like this really thick highway is definitely reminding me of kind of this post-Soviet world. Almost reminded me of China a little bit when I looked this direction, particularly, but it's not China, that's for sure. Okay, so coming in here, Belarus. I don't think there's anything that's really possible because like North Korea does not feel possible here, and then it's fairly cold climate, so yeah, I just don't see where else it would be. Moldova is the only other possible country here, I feel. So I am thinking of going somewhere around one of the like more major cities. It's got a big highway running through it, and theoretically we're kind of going more or less northeast through there. So I may as well pick a road that fits, like this one here or something like that. But yeah, not feeling incredibly confident. Did I see a McDonald's here? I swear I clicked near a McDonald's. I'm just thinking. No, maybe I was. Here's one. But yeah, okay. We were in Moldova. We were in Chisinau, Chisinau. So yeah, terrible. It's not been good so far. I've not been playing well, but what can you do? What can you do? Okay, next round here. Hopefully we can regain some points on this one. We have a holy pole, a ladder pole, really. I think it's India. Because this kind of reminds me of Sri Lanka, but could be easily. Well, looks like we're driving right-hand side of the road, so that puts a spanner in the works here. Definitely right-hand side of the road. So, Caribbean then, I assume. And actually, or Africa, to be honest. Ooh, I feel like I feel like I remember having a similar round in, like, Equatorial Guinea or Sao Tome and Principe. So could we be there? I do think we could be. Kind of don't mind that. Okay, so do we have the name of anything here? That name doesn't seem to be appearing. I can't quite read it, but I think the population definitely African. Do we have orange number plates on these tuk-tuks? Because that could indicate that we're in Cameroon, but I don't think I see any other orange number plates. No, these ones are black, so yeah, we don't have to worry about that. We're definitely very coastal. We're to the south, and we see a little bit more. So unless we were here or something, I don't think it quite fits for Sao Tome and Principe, but I still like the idea. So now I'm thinking of some other island place or something like that nearby. It has really nice beaches, or at least it's like a very nice tropical climate. Okay, the beach is not that nice, but the tropical climate is. Tuk-tuks. I'm thinking of even switching over to Mozambique. I'm going to leave it where I had it. That was my first vibe. Let's see here. Well, Mozambique would have been a decent shout. It was actually in Madagascar here, so I'm just trying to think what we could see in the distance. We could see land in the distance. So I guess all we could see was this. I guess we were facing this side of... I guess it is like quite a sizable distance there. Madagascar, I guess, has a lot of trekker coverage, but it still qualifies for this map because it has no street view. Okay, so not going terrifically here in either game. This one feels like Caucasus again. We have the same language as we did last time, so let's see if I can actually get it this time. No blue strips on the plates, although it might say GE. Would GE be Georgia? Kind of feels like it's... Okay, we do have a blue strip here, so I am liking Georgia initially here, although we did see it in Armenia as well, I think, actually. Okay, so... yeah, it's very green. It's very green. Do we have any domain name here? We probably do, but it's not quite legible, unfortunately. 50 seconds to go. Surely, based on these number plates alone, if it was a little higher quality, we could get it based on the number plates alone, but unfortunately we can't. Interesting that that's written in Latin alphabet. I wonder if that's like a recycled truck from from Germany or something. Almost feels like it's in German or... I'm not sure, actually. Anyway. So, hilly, winter. Okay, so let's take one more look at the language here. Let's see if we can actually match up this alphabet, which is probably what I should have immediately been doing. So I think this one feels more Georgian this time, but hey, if I get this wrong, then it proves I absolutely have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to these Caucasus languages. So I'm going to go in Gori. No, I'll be a bit dry, I guess. I'm going to go further up here and hope for the best here. Language, less confident now, to be honest. Okay, it was Georgia. There we go. And I think I clicked relatively near there, but we still pull a good amount of points, so at least I'm somewhat learning here. And so I have no doubt that most of my viewers would have beaten me so far on these. And do we have a broken location? No, we don't. We're good. Okay, so in this one, we have some Cyrillic. Okay, and the Cyrillic feels like quite normal Russian to me. So Belarus is obviously on the cards once again. Unless we were in Transnistria, that's what happened last time when we had Cyrillic. I was so confident that it was Belarus, and I went there. I went there, and then it was Transnistria, which also uses Cyrillic, even though it's just a part of Moldova, separatist part of Moldova. Long white number plates, fairly typical of. I think oftentimes in Transnistria you have like little red strips on the plates. Actually, this looks like a Russian-style sign with a black base. So I don't know. I'm actually not sure. Could this be? I could try and read this. Munai Gaz. I'm not sure. Munai Gaz G. Oh no, I'm sorry. Probably this would have been the good one to read. Iri. Oh, that's actually in Latin alphabet right there. What is with the combination here? Okay, 13 seconds to go. I really have to make a decision here, but you can see I'm kind of procrastinating because I'm not sure. Oh, please don't be Transnistria. That would be so bait. I'm gonna go in Brest again just because I'm scared. If this goes double breasted, then we're screwed. Oh my gosh, it was Kazakhstan. Why was I not thinking of Kazakhstan, man? Oh, okay. Akhtal. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. And my Brest hedge was positively the worst thing I could have done on this round, unfortunately. So, 9,000 points, a pretty dismal effort. We had all our points in the Caucasus. Did we actually? Only one round there this time. We kind of got decent points on a bunch of the other rounds, but most of our points in today's video coming from the Caucasus, and wow, yeah, at least half actually. So a little bit of a trying game here. But guys, I thank you very much for watching all the way to the end. And yeah, I'll see you guys in another one of these very soon. Hopefully, next time I play Unexplored, I'll do better. I think the pressure of not being able to do any editing here got to me a little bit. I was not thinking at the top of my game, but also just being at a conference today and speaking all day with people kind of took it out of me. But I hope you guys enjoyed regardless, and I'll see you guys in a video very soon. Till then, goodbye.